set the pace, triumph of the spirit. We pick up all this ground, all the way up down, the Africans underneath it. Why is we Americans? Because know how we find ourselves over here in this? Because tragic history, relatives, mother, father, but can slavery, the evil ghosts themselves, take us, took us, crooked us, niggas all the way back was black, now they white. Was, this is, was, why is, we is, do we, do, say, okay, hey, I. Does them, we is, them, what, ain't not, we was to them? Is us older? Where the gone was dead, okay, was dead. Why is we American? Say, hey, Willie, Mays. Say, hey, say what? But you got to tell me, why is we Americans? Wherever we is, it's the same black belt. We ain't never been free since we was self. Where who it was, why ain't there we want? Why we Americans, man? You, sir, tell me, why we Americans? Dumb bastard. Is you is sucker, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Missing section. I is, was for you that them say, no burn is nothing, as it's okay. But how is we then by that Americans? By what? By scar, by slavery, by ghetto and darkness of the night of pain, for race, a dumb idea to be a thing that is bet upon. How we be then them? How we be that say? Why is we then they who it is you say, Americans? Was they them Americans with us in them fields? Not as Bush 1 or 2 to say work nigga work. Was they there any who felt the pain of whip and still was hip? How is we Americans? We never lived with they. We lived as Coltrane to Lawrence Welk, as if the corniness was a rat with a whip. How is we they? How is we Americans? Was on paper, okay, dig that, but then and when? Was the bottom of the boat we Constitution? Was the burlap we was slicking, the pig trough they feed our kids, the took away drum, that be it? Was I at one? Was it slow we can be that, made us that, like Alec on the screen? Is Franco still dead? Was that we asked that slick and bring us in? Was the lynchings did it? The KKK? Was it Malcolm dead or Dr. King? Was that the thing that did it? Made us like them Americans as we is supposed to be? Look, dumb son of a bitch. If you say you got to tell me what way we is, I can't see. I know the paper words, the 13, 14, and 15 stuff, and nobody even asked for that, dirty rat. We wanted free. The mule, the 40 acres was cool, but that was like American. It never got here to us. You got a line? Tell it. I ain't going nowhere. That ain't what them said. I want to know, paper going, what is it? The hoods of them that lynched us? Giuliani's shining head? Bilbo without an ice pick in his neck? Or Helms allowed to walk and not be dead? What is it? Robeson's torture? A W.E.B. exile with Garvey? Nat Turner hung Langston before the un-American dung? Was the stripes on us that matched the flag, did it? The drums they took? The soul they got? They crooked from we? Elvis King indeed agreed. What made it what you say? If robber rip your dust, you say it must then be his'n? Then why is we in prison? What is that you want believe? Why is I American? I say I'd be here anyway. To take myself to me, I ain't bleed for you alone. I bleed from and to my me. I ain't not American, at least not like you and them. I be here. I ain't going nowhere. Ain't got no other ask yourself no close as me relation. And to begin, if talk we is, there got to be reparation. And with that, and most of all, is, am, so, self-determination. You want to say with eyes turned out it mean to separate? That in it, if I want it. Otherwise, if out don't be there, how it be my mind is what be saying. However, what it is what I say, what I want to do. Ain't nobody got no right, no way to make me what they do. Dr. King, my man say, no lie can live forever. He say, my man Dr. King, and I know when I was young, I used to run him in the ground. He say, anyway, no lie, you dig? Like all this stuff you get high on, it can't last, no way. Can it be forever? And further deep, make chumps lose sleep. Dr. King say you still reap, jive sucker, it's deep, ain't it? But you still reap what you sow. What I want is me, for real. I want me and myself, and what that is what I be, and what I see and feel, and who is me, and the what it is who it is, and when it be is what it be. I'm gonna be here if I want, like I said, self-determination. But I ain't come from a foolish tribe. We wants the mule, the land. You can make it 300 years of blue chip stock in the entire operation. We want to be paid in a central bank. the average worker farmer wage for all those years we gave it free, plus we want damages for all the killings, the fraud, the lynchings, the missing justice, the lies and frame-ups, unwarranted jailings, tar and featherings, character and race assassinations, historical slander, ugly caricatures. For each Sambo, step and fetch it, flick, we want to be paid. For every hurtful thing you did or said, for all the land you took, for all the rapes, all the Rosewoods and Black Wall Street you destroyed, all the miseducations, job loss, segregated shacks we lived in, the disease that ate and killed us, for all the mad police that drilled us, for all the music and dances you stole, the styles, the language, the hip clothes you copped, the careers you stopped. All these are suits, specific litigation as represent we, be like we, for reparations, for damages paid to the Afro-American nation. We want education for all of us and anyone else in the black belt hurt by slavery. For the native peoples, even them poor white people you show all the time is funny. All them Abners and Daisy Bays, them Beverly Hillbillies who never got to know Beverly Hills, who never got to Harvard on their grandfather's will. We want reparations for them, right on. For the Mexicans whose land you stole, for all of North Mexico, you call it Texas, Arizona, California, New Mexico, Colorado, all that you got to give up, autonomy and reparations. And to the Chicano and the Native Americans whose soul you ripped out with their land, give self-determination, regional autonomy. That's what my we is asking. And they gonna do the same when they demand it like us again, but in their own exploited name. Yeah, the education, that's right, 200 years. But we want all the cash. We want a central stash, a central bank with democratically elected trustees and a board elected by us all to map out from the referendum we set up what we want to spend it on, to build that Malcolm sense, self-determination and self-reliance, self-respect, self-defense, the will of what the good doctor beat on, true self-consciousness, simply the psychology of freedom. Then we can talk about being American. Then we can listen without the undercurrent of desire to first set your ass on fire. We will only talk of voluntary unity, of autonomy as vective arms of self-determination. If there is democracy in you, that is where it will be shown. This is the only way we as Americans, this is the only truth that can be told. Otherwise,